Donald Trump was losing it as massive protests spontaneously broke out in front of Trump Tower in New York City, demanding that Donald Trump be impeached. The protest was called "Give Donald Trump the Middle Finger on President's Day" protest, or something like that. Let me show you the protests in front of Trump Tower in New York City on President's Day. And there were numerous other things that went down on President's Day that, let's just say, ruined Donald Trump's day. Let's show you the protests in front of Trump Tower. Now, on President's Day, we also learned that there was likely 50 terabytes of additional Epstein files that are still being covered up by the Trump regime, not simply 3 million documents that they're refusing to produce. They probably to date have only produced about 2% of the Epstein files. And just take a look at the Trump officials or people very close to Donald Trump who are on these Epstein files in very serious and significant ways. Donald Trump, Melania Trump Lutnick, John Felon, the Secretary of the Navy, Paolo Zampoli, one of Donald Trump's diplomats. He introduced Melania to Donald Trump. RFK Jr., Kevin Warsh, the new Fed chair nominee, Dr. Oz, who invited Epstein to a Valentine's Day party, Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, Alex Acosta, Bill Barr, Brett Ratner, and there are more. While all this was going on, you have the Trump regime trying to distract. Donald Trump was out there having his proxies sell "God Bless America" Trump Bibles on state regime media. You can't make this stuff up. They had Lee Greenwood out there doing that. Here, play this clip.
Lee Greenwood, thank you so much, sir.
I wanted to make sure you understand that I have this Bible. This is God Bless USA Bible, talking about my song. And this is something everybody needs in their home. GodBlessUSABible.com. You can get one of these for Easter. Give it as a gift. I have one for all of you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's sweet of you. You have such a beautiful heart. Thank you so much, Lee, for what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're selling Trump Bibles on state regime media. I can't even believe that's a sentence that I'm saying. At the same time, the Oval Office is ground zero for the cabal that is the Epstein class. But Donald Trump, when he was heading back on Air Force One last night from Palm Beach, from Mar-a-Lago, which is one of the main sites where a lot of the sex trafficking took place, or at least that of Virginia Giuffre, underage girl who sex trafficked from Mar-a-Lago by Epstein. By the way, Mar-a-Lago brought its spa to Epstein's home, 1.5 miles or 2 miles away in Palm Beach. One of the things that we learned as well, and Trump and Epstein would have events together, just them two, and they would invite the girls over to Mar-a-Lago. I've done many a video on this, so I don't need to rehash it here. But on Air Force One, Donald Trump was saying that the Epstein files that clearly don't exonerate him, and in my opinion do the exact opposite. He says total exoneration, total exoneration. This was a big win for Donald, big win for the Donald, everybody. The Epstein files exonerating Donald. That's the new Donald Trump claiming he won the election in 2020. He's just going to repeat it over and over and over again like the demented, psychotic individual that he is. And it's important that we don't just get jaded by it and be like, no, you're implicated, okay? And let's just set aside the files for a moment. Donald Trump's on audio bragging about sexually assaulting women. Donald Trump's on audio saying he inspects girls from his beauty pageants naked because when you are the head of the pageant, you get to do it. He says he grabs women by their vaginas because when you're rich, they let you do it. He's bragging about sexually assaulting women. And he says to high school students that he spoke in front of that it's locker room talk and it's courageous to say these things. He's a sicko. These are all sickos, these people. I don't know how to describe it. Here's Donald Trump on Air Force One. Play this clip.
So Hillary Clinton said in an interview today that she and her husband are getting pulled into the Epstein matter to divert attention from you and your administration. has something to hide. What's your response to that?
I have nothing to hide. I've been exonerated. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. They went in hoping that they'd find it and found just the opposite. I've been totally exonerated. In fact, Jeffrey Epstein was fighting that I don't get elected with some author, a sleazebag, by the way. And I've been totally exonerated. No, they're getting pulled in. And that's their problem. I don't know. They're going to have to see what happens. But I watched her in Munich, and she seriously has Trump derangement syndrome.
Do you think that she should publicly testify?
You know, I've been totally exonerated on Epstein. And it's really interesting because they've been pulled in. Think of it. They've been pulled in. Clinton and many other Democrats have been pulled in, yeah.
Oh, yes, Donald, that's right. Total exoneration. I mean, so utterly ridiculous. Then also, while Donald Trump was on Air Force One, more extortion of Ukraine and Zelensky. You know, there's the trilateral conversations in Geneva that's taking place right now. Ukraine's there, Trump's there, Russia's there. And Donald Trump's trying to once again extort, threaten, coerce, you pick the word, Ukraine into surrendering all of Eastern Ukraine. No ceasefire, just let Russia take it over. That's what's going on here. So that Trump and Putin's offering Donald Trump a fake $12 trillion deal. That's just total BS because the entire GDP of Russia is $2 trillion a year. But here's Donald Trump trying to shake down Ukraine. Here, I'll play this clip.
You're going to have Ukraine talks tomorrow as well in Geneva with Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
Yeah.
What are you expecting there? Is there
Well, they're big talks. It's going to be very easy. I mean, look, so far, Ukraine better come to the table fast. That's all I'm telling you. We are in a position. We want them to come in.
Yeah, and while that's going on, I mean, Trump has sent Marco Rubio to Hungary. He's in Budapest and he's propping up Viktor Orban, and he's saying,